Okay. Was I doing? Hmm. 16. Cosmic tree. Cosmic tree. Mm. Ora. Mm. 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 You will do that. Mm. Mm. Isn't it? Two, another three. Cosmic tree. Mm. Ve şunu da öğret. Biraz evet, evet. Orange. Not already. Hmm. Nine. Speech two, speech three. Speech nine, speech three, speech two, speech eight. Hmm. What is fine? Zor.
Evet.
Okay. Hmm. Oh, no. This is good. Hmm. Mhm. Muito, muito bom. Good. Um, feel. Okay. This will work.
Well done. You have your very first buildings. As you can see, it takes many resources to build a decent abode. Or perhaps your god gifted you, in which case you cheat.
Hmm. That's not what I wanted to do. At least I guess.
A small group of refugees is seen traveling near your village. The people look scared and worn out, but they do have some decent-looking fighters with them. An older man walks up to you to speak.
We are not looking for trouble, nor do we seek anything from your village. We would have chosen a path more remote, but this one seemed easier for us to travel. Our home was taken by an orcish clan, and we now travel south to seek our fortunes elsewhere. Well, we tried to fight, but failed, and truth be told, we stayed put for too long. But you know what? These brutes, they killed a bunch of our people and took much of our goods. So if you want to try and beat them, be our guests. We had a sizable lumber mill and a small quarry, so not only will you avenge our people, you'll be well rewarded, you know. Our pleasure. The road will be lighter knowing that revenge may be at hand.
there. Oh.
Once more, you witness a green grove, thriving despite any logic. It is small, barely more than a garden, but this one is full of life and beauty. There are fruit trees blooming with pink flowers. There is a sweet smell of tree sap in the air and a hum of bees working hard. The largest tree stands in the center and spreads its branches in a welcoming gesture to you. Welcome, friends. I see a frown upon your foreheads and a burden on your hearts. I smell the dark stench of my poor brother smeared all over you. What has he devised now? Did he ask for the lifeless carcasses of me and my flock so that he may regrow his twisted grove? And pray, what has he promised as your reward? That wretched traitor. Our mother tree was brutally butchered. He holds the key to her salvation, and yet he withholds it from those who can help. Bah! His madness has gone beyond my mercy. Alas, he is a strong demon. Old. Older than you can imagine, fleshling. So I propose a ruse. It is these 3 silver shards that he truly covets. Take some wood and these shards, and trick him into believing we are gone. Well, I will not lie. Convincing him will not be an easy task. The only guarantee you have is to kill me and my kin. You are welcome to try, but I warn you I will not forfeit my flock, not even for the mother tree. The mother tree? Well, she's the mother tree. I must confess I know very little. I was a mere sapling before she fell, and then I grew only after my brother went mad. But the mother tree is our mother, all of us. The trees, earth, all that lives. She stood high, but then someone killed her. Mokosh, that is a daughter of Mother Tree. Well, a daughter, or another face, or an avatar. Many different names are given to those who serve the Earth Mother. Like I said, I know very little. I'm shamefully young for my kind. Oh, I never thought about it that way. You are wise for a tiny fleshling, thank you. Now, what is your decision in regards to my brother? Good. I had a feeling your hearts are in the right place. Here, have the shards and the wood. And since you chose not to kill us, I will use what little power I have to bless you. This way you will have a better chance to fool my brother. Farewell, fleshlings, and may the Mother Tree's blessing follow you wherever you go.
Okay. What was it? Here. Okay. Okay.
You see a man in worn-out armor with insignia unknown to these lands. He is standing by a rock. The man jumps up. My name is Arathor. I have traveled here from... The sword is my test, my burden, and my fate. Knights, oh, well, a knight is a brave warrior, sworn to serve their king and god, to uphold the law. It is a man, sorry, well, I suppose in my kingdom we only appoint... Wonderful. I knew fate would provide my salvation. You work together and pull out the... The king drops down on one knee as he accepts the sword from you. He speaks, and his voice becomes more forceful and clear than before. Well, I will now travel back to my lands.
Indeed. Hmm.
You finally find what must have been the grove from the map, although there is little left but some stones and dirt here. And yet, among the rubble stands a single tree, still green and thriving despite it all. When you approach, the tree opens its eyes and stares at you. The Lishi looks over the remains. He takes the shards and nods, but then examines the wood for a while.
These are the remains of my brother, you say? They look, well, ordinary.
I wonder. No. What?
So yeah, we don't know why these don't feel special to you, but your brother is ashes, so our end of the bargain stands. Malishi listens to you and nods.
Well, I suppose I haven't really killed a Lishi before, and who knows how this darkness thing affects us. The tree shards are here, so it must be true. Here you go. Take the elf and leave me be, before I decide you're good for compost.
Malishi turns away and turns into a tree again, with the wood and the shards taken into his roots. The elf opens his eyes and speaks in but a whisper, yet his words are very clear. I am still weak and it will take much time for me to recover, but thanks to you I shall. But that is of no importance. Let us leave this place and talk of the fate of Thea. Now, I heard your talk with the Lishi. I know you seek answers to my quest. I assume you have discovered my notes, for if you found my student, she would be here with you. It seems this quest claimed us both. The elf only nods. Such is fate. Perhaps it is punishment for our failure as guardians of the cosmic tree. I see the world is still corrupted, yet the sun has returned. This can mean only one thing. A seed of the tree yet lives. Right. How much do you know of what happened? We do not have so much time that I may tell you all, but I shall try my best. The cosmic tree was one of 7 pillars of the world. Others exist, or perhaps existed, in different distant parts of Thea, each with their own story. Our tree, however, is what concerns us. The cosmic tree held the balance of 3 spheres, what you call the divine, where your gods dwell, the earth, where mortals reign, and the underworlds, the domain of the dead. When the cosmic tree burned, so did the gates between our worlds. Gods fell from their thrones, losing power and influence. The dead spilled out amongst the living, unable to cross over and find peace. And Thea became a barren land, unsuited for mortal life. I know not the answer, but I will tell you what I think. There was a time we called the Age of Man, a time of great human queens and kings and victories over evil. We, the elves, decided to sail away to our own lands, far into the west, leaving only a few to safeguard the pillars of the world. But man grew greedy and jealous. In the Westerlands, non-humans were hunted and killed, and kings and queens we once called noble became obsessed with power. They looted dwarven strongholds, enslaved half-men for their labor, and slaughtered elfkin for our knowledge. I believe that in their greed, they came to seek out the 7 pillars, and when they found no power to be had, they destroyed what they found. Interesting. And why on Thea would they do this? The elf frowns. Rid Thea of magic? Preposterous. Do you realize how many lives will perish? Do you not have non-human friends? Do you not use magic? Have you never asked a friendly demon for aid? All of it, all will be gone. A memory, myth. Of course I am. Well, at least I am correct at my estimations of the death and destruction that will come of this plan. Now, where were we? Your gods, yes. They too were designated guardians, and it was their duty to protect the balance. So I admit, I am amiss to what has happened. The laws by which we live prohibit the gods to act directly, so perhaps things transpired too quickly, and the Westerlanders do not worship your gods. Thus perhaps this lessened their power more? It is a question I cannot answer. An interesting question. For one, even I do not know where or what all of the pillars are. Each land has their own, you see, but the cosmic tree was the foundation of all. If it can be rebuilt, Thea will find a way to restore the rest. Of course, if you find yourselves able to discover other pillars or alternate routes to salvation, please do follow them. Ah, perceptive of you. I do not wish to offend. You believe in a certain world order, and you are correct in many ways. Long ago, men and women rose up and ascended to become something more, to become an idea, a hope for their kind. These brave souls gave up their own mortal coils to serve as your guardians, your protectors, and thus they became gods. Not just mine, that's all. I am one of the chosen guardians of the sacred tree, the cosmic force that makes all life can claim my allegiance, but no deity as such. After all, it is us who are oft worshipped by our charges. But let us not dwell on this too long. I have little time. Do you wish to help me restore the order? Whatever you may choose to do, I will tell you what needs doing, as I am too weak to do it myself. What you decide is up to you. The fact that magic still lingers and the sun has returned means a seed of the cosmic tree has survived the burning. Its fledgling power restored the light to us, but it is too weak to thrive on its own. We must find it and plant it in a sacred grove, where in time it will grow to its full strength and restore Thea to its former glory. No, of course not, else enemies of the light may find it and finish what they started. For you see, if this seed burns, their job will be complete. In many ways, Thea will be no more. I do not know. I've been locked under a tree for a century, but I know how to find it. You must gather some cosmic tree shards, pieces of the tree that still linger in our world. Once you have those, bring them to me and I will tell you our next step. In time, perhaps, but I am still too weak, and I fear waiting for my recovery may take too long. You have come this far. I trust that you will choose the right path. I will find a place of power and meditate there until you come back. I have marked you so you will feel your way back to me. Now for the cosmic tree shards. I know of one place where some can be found. Go seek the place out.
Oh, very cool. Hmm.
You enter what used to be some old city. Some of it lies submerged in murky dark waters, and a grim mist hangs in the air. You explore the forlorn city, and from the top of one of the stone buildings flies down a swarm of enraged crows.
That's not what I wanted.
You defeat your enemy. You continue your scouting and find an old stockroom, still stacked with good resources.
That's nice.
You find the remains of an old town, built in solid stone, with a large central building that even in its crumbled and rotting state looks very impressive. Like many such places, you feel the cold draft of the ever-present dark mist, lurking in every corner. You see a faint light coming from one of the towers in the central building, and you know this is where you must go. You enter the old building, and soon realize it must have been a place of great knowledge, as even in the entrance hall, there are vast shelves with remnants of books on them. Indeed, as you go in deeper, you find a rusted shield with the words, "The pen is mightier than the sword, and the sword of knowledge defeats any foe." Before you make another step, you are met by a hooded stranger. "Welcome to the Grand University of Cracovia. How may I be of assistance?" he chimes, as if nothing was awry in the world. "Ah, yes. You must be referring to Professor Common from the Human Advances Department. He's been listed as being on a sabbatical in an old tower for almost a century now. Or perhaps you speak of his esteemed colleague, Professor Hufker? He too likes towers, although he has been reprimanded for using illegal magic, you know. You may want to go up and speak to the board if your interest lies in either professor's field." "Excellent. You must be from another foreign delegation then. I've been told there might be latecomers. The board meeting is on the 3rd floor, in the Thorn Rose room." You look towards the stairway, and you see it is crumbled and full of cracks, but it should be fine to climb. You go upstairs and find many more empty, eerie rooms, filled with rotten bookshelves and destroyed books, laboratories with smashed equipment, and lecture rooms with decaying tables and the stench of death. But as you enter one such lecture room, you see that at the center, by a large round table, sit 6 people, dressed in academic gowns. One of the figures at the table turns to you, and for a second you see only a skull. But then you blink, and an old man's face stares at you. "Hello there. I see you have come seeking answers, yes? How did you find us? We were cursed long ago, never to be found by a living soul, and I dare say you look alive." "Ah, so they are finally strong enough to try and regain their powers, and so they send you to seek answers." In short, we were the ones who took the power of the Pantheon to ensure our colleagues could burn the cosmic tree without interference. It was not easy, nor done without the aid of powerful and evil magic, but it was done. Each god, you see, had their own duty, their domain, and it was both their strength and their weakness. By hitting them all at once, we also didn't give them a chance to aid each other as they normally would. In principle, all we had to do is distract each deity long enough so that the other department, the Human Advancement, had time to destroy the cosmic tree. But we realized that without magic of the strongest kind, we would fail. The elder peoples would not help, of course. They were sworn to uphold the pillars of the world. Many human kings and queens were also charged with championing the gods or protecting these sacred places. Thus, finding grand mages willing to do the job was impossible. Yes, or rather they turned to us. I guess they have a nose for such things. A mage arrived at our doorstep, offering all the right answers. Even after we figured out he was the famed Dark Lord, banished ages ago in the Great War of the Eye in the Westerlands, we still couldn't say no. It was him or nothing. Oh, don't get me wrong. We knew we were working with evil, but the pursuit of knowledge, of understanding, the very notion we could defy the gods, it was glorious. I think the Dark Lord didn't even break a sweat convincing us. There were suspicions. Some gods even took notice, but the Dark One was clever and diverted their gaze every time, building a fake army in his old stronghold and sending out omens of his return worldwide. This was step 1 of our plan. This was how we would trap the supreme gods. Yes, like Perun and Mokosh in the Easterlands, every land in Thea had their own. They needed to be broken first, else their power would protect the others. Mokosh we could not lure away. She is wise and careful. But Perun, well, let's just say he was keen to go into battle. Very keen. Ah, yes, Veles, who sat in the roots of the tree, guarding the gates to the afterlife. He would lose power from the cosmic tree's demise, but we needed him distracted more than most. But Veles is not only the master of the underworld, he is also the lord of magic, and some say he was of the elven kin first before he became god. We attacked the western islands, where the elves dwelt when they wished to leave the human realms. Veles ran to their aid, and so did many elven guardians. Oh no, of course not. Like with many others, we had to make a trap. In this case, we invented a device that would target all creatures of elven descent. Once we had all the greatest heroes in one place, we detonated the hellish thing, and it spread like wildfire. It would not kill any of them, you know. It was supposed to overload their magic, so that for a time they would be rendered unconscious. But you see, the device had a strong side effect. Only that afterwards, when the tree burned, the connection we made with the device, it spread a dark curse to all elven kin, killing millions. But what you need to know is that the device cannot be reversed as such, and yet there are rumors of an elven survivor who is the key to all this. Seek out the Oracle. She will guide you. Before I tell you, we must ask a favor. We have been cursed to stay here, neither alive nor dead, for eternity, as punishment for our actions. A sentence we accepted with grace and understanding. It is not often you get to destroy the world and nearly kill off gods. However, we wish to be freed now. Once champions of the gods like yourselves realized our crime, they came to seek retribution. But the Dark Lord wanted to be sure the world burns, and so he cloaked this place from any mortal eye. Without the gods' guidance, no one could find us and learn the truth. Then came a lone spirit, claiming to be an echo of the Pantheon. The spirit cursed our souls to eternal damnation for our arrogance, making us unliving and bound to this building till the end of days. There is a way to try and free our souls from these unliving bodies. With the underworld shut, we will still roam Thea, but at least we will be free. Yes, many of us share your enthusiasm for the punishment. We are tormented by our faults, believe me. But to be stuck like this forever. If you kill us, we will only suffer the pain of death, but eventually we will return, marked by another scar. But if you use your connection to the gods to break our curse, perhaps we can be released. The old man nods, his face twisted in a mixture of fear and sadness. I have imprinted the location you seek in your minds. You will find it whenever you seek it.
Hmm. I don't think this is what I want to do actually. Okay, let's see. Yeah. 13. It will not work. Yes. Fields.
You take your time to meditate and find your inner peace. In this place of sorrow and darkness, you seek a link to your gods by opening up your hearts and souls. But this place has been stained with too much darkness and evil, and your connection to the gods is too weak to aid the scholars. The professors only nod in thanks and return to their table, debating a theory of why you failed. They do not respond to any hails, and so you are left with no recourse but to leave the place. As you do, you feel the great disappointment of your gods weighing down upon your shoulders. But at least you know where to go and seek more knowledge next.
Okay, you do it, I think. Hmm.